The world of finance is a dazzling maze of numbers, power, and ambition, a realm where fortunes are built, dreams are sold, and sometimes trust is shattered. Beneath the polished surface of boardrooms, government halls, and even everyday transactions, lies a shadowy underbelly of greed and deception. From audacious corporate frauds to sprawling government corruption to cunning scams that prey on the unsuspecting, financial crimes have left trails of devastation across the globe. Yet, no matter how clever the scheme, justice has a way of catching up. Today, we're diving deep into 5 mind-blowing examples of financial crime, high-profile corporate fraud, government corruption, and everyday scams that were exposed, proving that even the slickest criminals can't outrun the truth. Buckle up for a journey through betrayal, greed, and the relentless pursuit of justice. In the late 1990s, Enron was the golden child of the energy sector, a Houston-based juggernaut with a stock price peaking at $90.90 in 2000, hailed as America's most innovative company by Fortune magazine. Enron seemed unstoppable. But behind the scenes, executives like CEO Jeffrey Skilling and CFO Andrew Fastow were weaving a web of deceit that would become one of the largest corporate frauds in history. Their weapon: creative accounting. Through a network of special purpose entities, SPES, Enron hid billions in debt and toxic assets off its balance sheets, artificially inflating profits and stock prices. These SPEs, with names like Raptor and Chuco, were shell companies used to disguise losses while executives cashed out millions in stock options. The illusion held until 2001, when whistleblower Sharon Watkins, a former Enron vice president, sent a memo to then-CEO Kenneth Lay warning of accounting scandals that could destroy the company. Her courage sparked investigations that unraveled the fraud. By December 2001, Enron filed for bankruptcy, its stock plummeting to 26 cents, wiping out $74 billion in shareholder value and leaving 20,000 employees jobless. Their pensions gone. The fallout was catastrophic. Skilling was sentenced to 24 years. Later reduced, Fastow got 6 years after cooperating with prosecutors, and Lay died before sentencing. The scandal birthed the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002, mandating stricter corporate oversight. Enron's collapse remains a cautionary tale of unchecked greed, showing that even the mightiest empires can crumble when built on lies. In 2009, Malaysia launched the One Malaysia Development BHAD 1MDB Fund to boost economic development. Instead, it became a playground for one of the most brazen government corruption scandals ever. Over $4.5 billion was looted from the fund between 2009 and 2014, allegedly orchestrated by financier Jho Low with ties to former Prime Minister Najib Razak. The money flowed through a maze of offshore accounts and shell companies, funding opulent purchases: a $250 million yacht, a private jet, Picassos, and even financing for The Wolf of Wall Street. Ironic for a film about financial crime. Low partied with celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, while Najib's wife, Rasma Mansour, reportedly bought $27 million in jewelry. The scheme unraveled in 2015, when journalists from The Edge and Sarawak Report, alongside the U.S. Department of Justice, traced the money through global banks like Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan. The investigation revealed a staggering network of money laundering across Switzerland, Singapore, and the U.S. In 2020, Najib was convicted on 7 charges, sentenced to 12 years, though he continues to appeal, claiming he was misled. Low remains a fugitive, reportedly hiding in China, while Goldman Sachs paid $3.9 billion in settlements. The 1MDB scandal exposed how corruption at the highest levels can ripple worldwide, proving that no amount of wealth can shield the guilty from justice's reach. Not every financial crime needs a corner office or a government title. Anna Sorokin, A 20-something posing as German heiress Anna Delvey scammed her way through New York's high society from 2013 to 2017, racking up $275,000 in fraudulent charges. Armed with forged bank documents and a fabricated $60 million trust fund, TZ Kalski lived like royalty, staying at five-star hotels like the Beekman, dining at Michelin-starred restaurants, and pitching a private arts club to investors. Her charisma and designer wardrobe convinced banks, hotels, and even friends to front her cash, which she never repaid. She once chartered a private jet for a $35,000 trip to Berkshire Hathaway's annual meeting, claiming to mingle with Warren Buffett. The facade cracked in 2017 when a Manhattan hotel demanded payment, and a friend, tipped off by mounting suspicions, alerted authorities. Sorokin's trial in 2019 was a media circus. She showed up in designer outfits, even hiring a stylist. Convicted of grand larceny and theft, she was sentenced to 4 to 12 years, serving 2 before being released in 2021, though later detained for visa issues. Her story, dramatized in Netflix's Inventing Anna, captivated the world, showing how audacity and a convincing lie can open doors till the bill comes due. Sorokin's scam reminds us that even small-scale cons can leave lasting scars on trust. In 2016, the world got a glimpse into the secretive world of offshore finance when 11.5 million documents leaked from Panamanian law firm Mossack Fonseca. Dubbed the Panama Papers, the leak exposed how the ultra-wealthy politicians, billionaires, celebrities, and criminals used shell companies to hide billions, evade taxes, and launder money. The documents, leaked by an anonymous whistleblower to German newspaper Süddeutsche Zeitung and shared with the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, implicated 140 public figures, including Iceland's Prime Minister, who resigned amid public outrage, and associates of Vladimir Putin, who funneled $2 billion through offshore accounts. The Panama Papers revealed a sprawling network of financial crime, Mossack Fonseca creating over 214,000 shell entities to obscure wealth. Funds were hidden in tax havens like the British Virgin Islands and Panama, often for legitimate clients but also for drug lords and corrupt officials. The fallout was seismic. Investigations launched in over 80 countries, recovering $1.2 billion. In taxes, Mossack Fonseca shut down in 2018, its founders charged with money laundering. The whistleblower, known only as John Doe, risked everything to expose the truth, proving that even the most hidden schemes can be brought to light by one determined voice. At the top of our list is Bernie Madoff, the architect of the largest Ponzi scheme in history, defrauding investors of $65 billion. Madoff, a former NASDAQ chairman, was a Wall Street legend, promising steady 10 to 12% annual returns through his firm, Bernard L. Madoff Investment Securities. For decades, he delivered on paper. In reality, there were no investments. Madoff used new investors' money to pay fake profits to earlier ones, all while living a life of luxury with penthouses and yachts. His clients included Hollywood stars, universities, charities, and everyday retirees, all drawn in by his reputation. The 2008 financial crisis exposed the fraud. When investors sought $7 billion in withdrawals, Madoff couldn't cover. In a stunning twist, his sons, Mark and Andrew, turned him in after he confessed the scheme to them. In 2009, Madoff pleaded guilty to 11 federal felonies, receiving a 150-year sentence. The fallout was devastating. Charities like the Jet Foundation collapsed. Retirees lost life savings, and some victims, including Mark Madoff, died by suicide. Madoff died in prison in 2021, but his legacy endures as a chilling reminder of trust betrayed. His schemes, scale, and audacity make it the ultimate financial crime. Caught only when the money ran dry, No list of financial crimes would be complete without mentioning the infamous Nigerian prince scam, an everyday fraud that's been fleecing victims since the 1980s. These advance fee scams, often sent via email, promise millions from a fictional prince or official if the victim pays a small upfront fee. In reality, the prince is a con artist and the fees drain victims' accounts. In 2017, a global sting operation led by the FBI busted a Nigerian scam ring that defrauded victims of $5.3 million. The mastermind, Michael Noy, was charged with wire fraud. Despite countless arrests, the scam persists, evolving with technology. To target new victims daily, it's a low-tech but persistent reminder that greed can blind even the savviest to a too-good-to-be-true promise. From Enron's cooked books to Madoff's monstrous Ponzi scheme, from government corruption in Malaysia to a fake heiress in New York, these financial crimes reveal the many faces of greed. They span skyscrapers, parliament halls, and spam emails, but they share one truth: no scheme is foolproof. Whistleblowers like Sharon Watkins, dogged journalists, and relentless investigators brought these criminals to justice, recovering billions and restoring faith in accountability. Yet, the scars remain: lost savings, broken trust, and shattered lives. Which of these stories shocked you the most? Was it Madoff's betrayal or Sorokin's audacity? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more gripping crime stories. The world of finance may dazzle, but its shadows hide secrets, and justice always finds a way to shine through.